the only thing that unites the entire town of Rochdale is antipathy towards the Labour Council in the beautiful new refurbished town hall. And that's something we intend to change in just a few weeks from now at the local elections. The minister was bright and breezy, but frankly, all the spices in Rochdale could not give flavour to what can only be described as a nothing burger of a budget. An absolute nothing burger, and the response from the so-called opposition in this House equally vacuous. The shadow minister bridled when the SNP accused him of accepting the Tory spending limits. But he had no right to bridle, because everything that is being said by the leader of the opposition, by the shadow Chancellor of the Exchequer, accepts the economic orthodoxies of the Conservative government. And look where these economic orthodoxies have led us. The minister talked breezily about children getting help where they need it, busy doctors and nurses in the NHS. What about us in Rochdale? We have a new infirmary that's like a ghost town, Madam Deputy Speaker. Do you know that in Rochdale you cannot give birth? No one in the town of Gracie Fields will ever again be able to say they were born in Rochdale, unless, unfortunately, in a taxi on the way to Bury or on the way to Oldham. We don't even have a postcode. Our postcode is OL, a subdivision of Oldham. This town, which was once one of the most prosperous in England, is now one of the poorest, abandoned, not just by the government, but abandoned by the Mayor of Greater Manchester, for whom I have no animus, quite the contrary, at least until recent weeks. But he has to understand that he's the Mayor of Greater Manchester, not just the Mayor of Manchester. What about the towns around Manchester who get the wrong end of the stick? Imagine a town where you can't be born. Imagine a town where you can't die. They've taken away the A&E service also. During my campaign, in which I garnered more votes than the Conservatives, than Labour, than the Liberal Democrats, than the Reform Party, all of them put together, proving my point that actually outside in the country, most people feel a wish for a plague on both of their houses.
Yeah.
Two cheeks of the same backside is the most popular phrase I have ever coined, because it so aptly describes not just the general political situation, but the debate on this very budget itself.